How can we make better use of AI within CODA? Well, with a simple pack integration with OpenAI. Level one, we can create summaries of our data. No problem. AI can do that anywhere. Level two is looking out to structured data, tables, lists of information, and choosing the right options based on inputs. Number three is scanning across rows and providing this rich sort of instructional diagnostic across a row. So it's like a quality control analysis of an entire object. Number four, we can do a web search based on our information. Go out to the web, look for examples of things that fit what we're trying to do, look for ideas based on our information in our docs. Number five, we can take those individual items out of something rich, like a large block of text, and actually create rows out of them so that our people don't have to. And then number six is we can step back, feed information from across our entire doc into AI to get a high level strategy assessment. If you're a CODA user, if you're using CODA in your organization to manage things like OKRs, maybe your tasks, your project management, talent development, you're probably wondering right now how to bring AI in. You might even be thinking about switching tools. Don't switch tools quite yet. I'm going to show you 5 ways to bring AI into your CODA docs and just make them super powerful. So here we are in this OKRs doc. I created this morning just for this example. So we've got our objectives, and for each objective, we've got some key results. So for those of you who don't know, this is a planning mechanism framework where you set high level objectives and your key results are the things you're going to do to achieve them. So let's get into the tips. Number one, creating summaries. When I open this objective up, here it is, increase clarity in internal responsibilities and workflows. There are a couple of key results, but I don't really get a lot just by looking at it. So tip number one, just getting summaries. Now this is like bread and butter for AI. The cool thing here is that CODA is pulling from the 2 key results as well as information about the objective to show us just a high level summary of what we're talking about here. So really easy way to see the couple of key results and a bit more information there. So again, that's pretty straightforward stuff. That's why it's level one. On to level two. Tags. So it's choosing from structured data sets. So it might be tags, it might be you have to assign a risk level or a priority. In our case, tags, we got a bunch of different tags that we could assign. And that's not always easy for someone to think through. So let's use AI to get tags. And what this is doing is taking that entire list, your entire list of tags in a backend table. It's looking at all the information about your objective and it's choosing the tags that it thinks best. The nice thing is you can disagree and take that off, or you can add other ones on as you like. Okay, so 2 is choosing from structured data based on all your backend information. So stage 3 is we want to do some kind of analysis across an entire row. Let's say it's quality control. In this case, we have a key result here to have regular team meetings about our workflows. It's not very specific. Usually you want to at least say a number of meetings or some other information. And we actually have this best practices document on the side here that we're pulling some information from. So, if a person read it and could create key results in its form, then fantastic. But that's not always easy for people. So let's go back into the objective and we'll find that key result. And let's say Devin just really doesn't know how to write a better key result. Well, maybe we want to analyze it. So what this is doing is pulling together all of this information across this key result. It's looking at that best practices document and it's suggesting updates for each of these fields. So this is like a way you can quality check kind of rich information, make sure people are getting the support they need to fill out your CODA docs the way you need them filled out. With that, I might come back up and say, have 10 meetings, and it's not just about our workflows, but we're going to optimize current workflows. So anyway, I can make those changes. That's level 3, like quality control based on a whole set of information in this backend doc. Now that we've got that key result updated, we're looking at these and saying, well, hey, maybe I don't even know how we should be achieving this objective. Maybe I need some support to understand this objective better. And that's where level 4 comes in, which is web search, a really rich, detailed web search based on the information that you've got in your doc. So let's come down here. I'm going to click this Get Benchmarks. Now, what this is doing is taking a look at everything that we know about this objective to date, and it's looking out via web search to see how other people are achieving, proposing to achieve the same kinds of objectives. It's referring to this About Us page too, so that it knows kind of what industry we're in. And here we go. So we've got specific key results that we might add. We can see also links to the actual article. So if we want to follow up, read a little bit more about why this might be a good key result for us, we can go ahead and do that. So that's pretty cool. So really detailed current state web search brought in a useful way. But I mean, still, this is like, so now I have to take this and copy it all over into a new key result. And it's like the answer is no, this is time for stage 5, which is creating rows from data. Often you've got a bunch of rich text, it might be meeting notes, and you're looking to make action items. So you don't want to just have those action items in text. In this case, you don't want these key results in text. You want to actually create the rows. So what we can do here is choose any of these benchmarks we like. So let's say I want to choose the first 2 key results and actually create them as key results. All I need to do is come down here to select benchmarks. I choose the first 2 and create as key results. And that's it. And then I sit back and wait, and I can just watch them appear in my key results list. And that's not all. When I click and open them, what you'll see happen is these fields will get populated as well. So here's our target and how we're going to measure it. So now we have all of those. We could get a new summary. We might update our tags. And as a final number 6, because now you might be saying, well, we have all this rich objective key result information. Maybe we want to get an overall analysis of the entire system. And I mean, with the context windows of AI tools these days, this is absolutely no problem. So what this is doing is in the back end, it's bundling all of the information about your objectives and the key results they contain, sending them out to OpenAI to take a look at and review based on a specific prompt. So we're looking at risks, we're looking at examples of ways to improve each objective, and here we go. So looks like we don't have a good balance across our objectives. Learnability is not that great. And here's an objective by objective review of what we might do to improve. And you know, if I want to take this and do something else with it, I'm fine to, I can copy it, push it over into another LLM, do whatever I like. So that's number 6, which is like high level overall doc analysis. If you want to build this kind of functionality into your own docs, let's book a meeting. I got the link down below. I prefer to work as a fractional employee. I think it creates a better relationship between the organization and the worker. In this case, helps me better understand your organization. It's a tighter fit, and it's a chance to make sure that I'm really understanding what it is that your team is trying to build, and not just acting in a contractual fashion and building something and taking off. So check out the links below, reach out, happy to chat about any kind of problems you're running into and see if I can help in any way. All right, take care.